Welcome to Gaia's Love, a podcast of brief messages to help humanity bridge the gap to the new earth. My name is Vivienne Gerard. It is my delight to be a scribe for consciousness today, sharing the wisdom that flows through from Source. Here we go. Episode 36. Today is Thursday. It is an interesting day because we started with all of this fog this morning, and it was hard to see outside the window. I usually do my run as soon as it's light in the morning, and when I went outside I could see to the end of the driveway, and that was about as far as the visibility would allow. So I put on this incredible, I pushed shuffle, and shuffle played for me, this incredible music by Ashana. The piece is called The Embrace. And so I started running down our driveway and then up into the neighborhood where I go for the run. And there's not, you couldn't see very far ahead, maybe, I don't know distance very well, but, 10 driveways down perhaps. I could see that far ahead, and then everything was foggy in front of me. But it was amazing because this music was playing in my ears, and it's very much ethereal and mystical and connected to other realms. It was just this beautiful, beautiful piece of music. And I'm looking around at mist. It was such an amazing experience of being here in this moment, in this body on earth, and also feeling the unknown, the other experiences that maybe my soul remembers and my human mind can't quite comprehend. And so when I was running, I kept hearing the words through the mist. I'm like, oh, what a great title for today's podcast. That'll be so much fun. And now it's late afternoon and I'm just recording it, and it's bright sunshine. How quickly things can change. So I wanted to tune into what it feels like in that mystical, unknown space, because I believe many are in that feeling right now, that uncertainty or lack of clarity about what's next in their path, in their journey. What's the next job, or what's the next focus area, what's the next relationship, what's the next place they're going to live, what's next. There's such a sense of something shifting, but what's coming? What's on the other side of the mist? And so it was such a beautiful physical, visual illustration this morning when I stepped outside and saw all of this fogginess. When we are in that place of not being able to see what's on the other side, how we experience it is directly related to the feelings we hold in our body as we're looking at the unknown. So, for example, I run the same route. So even though I can't see more than a few driveways ahead, I already can visualize in my mind what the road looks like and when it's going to turn, and where I'm going to be moving in different ways and where cars might be coming towards me, so to be cautious. So the unknown of the mist doesn't scare me. It delights me because I'm aware of what's on the other side, and I'm able to just enjoy the beauty of the mist. If you, for example, are driving a car on a highway in the mountains and you don't know what the road's going to look like, and you don't know who the other people are on the road coming towards you, coming behind you. You don't know when the mountain's going to curve and when you could go right off into the air or hit a guardrail or hit the mountain. When you don't know all of those things, then the feeling in the body can be very anxious and tight and contracted. You're gripping the wheel, you're scrunched over right up against the windshield, you're putting your lights on so you can see a little further, or turning them off because now it reflects. It's such a chaotic and scary isn't quite the right word. It's intimidating. It's intimidating when there are that many unknowns, that much lack of information, and you're trying to navigate through the mist. There's also the examples that are shown in movies. So one of my favorites would be The Mists of Avalon. If you have seen that movie, then you're probably a witch, like me and all my witchy friends. Or maybe someone roped you into watching it and you don't know or remember that you may have been a witch. But it is such a beautiful story because the woman who goes out, gets rowed out on the boat to the place where the mist can part, has to believe that the mist will part. It's the only way she can access Avalon. It's the only way she can make it through that invisible barrier that the mist protects or covers. She has to believe. And when her certainty isn't there, that whole other experience or field of energy isn't available to her. It's like in the DC comic movies, the Avengers, and Black Panther. There's this invisible energetic field around the one area, I don't want to say world because it's on Earth, but the one field of energy where this tribe lives. You have to know that you're going to the right place, and on the other side is this location, this place, this sphere of energy. You have to believe. And then the mist parts and you go right in. It was like that in Wonder Woman too, right? There's the same mist around the beautiful place where the Amazon women were from. I don't know if I'm using the right words, but the warrior woman that Wonder Woman's tribe is from, they all came from that field of energy that's protected by a mist. So it's even in the word mysterious, mystical, right? It's even the energy in those words. The unknown. It can feel dense. It can feel foggy. It can feel like you have no idea where you are going, what the next step will be. And what I offer as encouragement is look how quickly things can change. This morning, I don't even know, 6:30, 7 o'clock, I could only see a little bit in front of me. Now it's just the middle of the afternoon, 2 o'clock. It's the brightest, sunniest, most beautiful day. Like literally blue skies, white clouds, nothing. No fog, no mist. The mist can burn off that quickly. And so when we sit in fear and tightness and contraction, and we don't want to go out of our house, or we don't want to go down the drive, or we don't want to have any information about what's on the other side, when we are in that place of fear, it's going to feel like forever until that mist dissolves. It's going to feel like forever. If you put your attention, your focus on what you believe is on the other side of the mist, what you know is possible, what you believe your future can look like, if you can focus on what the future is in the future, what you're calling towards you, the dreams that you have, the possibilities you know that exist for you, or you wouldn't have even been aware of those possibilities. They're for you because you have the idea. If if you can focus on what's on the other side of the unknown, what does it feel like? What will it look like? How do you put yourself in a day, a day in that awesome future? How do you put yourself in that experience and feel it right now? So this morning as I was running and I'm looking at the fog and marveling at the beauty, what I was thinking in my head, what I was picturing is, because I stopped to take a picture of the sun coming through the mist, it was beautiful. I was already ahead of myself in the mist thinking, oh, Mist of Avalon, that's going to be so beautiful to share in the podcast. I love that movie. I remember all these things about the movie. I went into the feeling of the beauty of the experience and what was on the other side of it. Instead of being in the fear of, I wonder if there's a car coming towards me. Should I be on the right? Should I be on the left? I know I'm oversimplifying this, but it feels important to first validate that many of us are feeling like we're in the fog. And then second, remind us the fog is temporary. It's temporary. It's going to burn off. It's going to dissolve. And then third, encourage all of us, like focus on what it is you're creating. Focus on the dreams. Start anchoring them in now. Allow them to take on form now. As you do that, the mist is going to burn away. The fogginess, it'll dissolve. Clarity will become easier and easier. And then you're in alignment with this beautiful world that you're creating, this beautiful future that you're bringing into this moment now. I sat for a little while doing my meditation, probably around 11 o'clock. It was already bright sunshine by 11. And I was sitting on the steps in the backyard looking at all the colors in front of me. We have this beautiful pool that's like a teal blue water, and then all the green of the trees everywhere I can look, and then the blue of the sky and the white of the clouds, and just all these incredibly vivid, bright, gorgeous colors right in front of my eyes. And so I took a picture of this moment, just like I took a picture this morning of the mist. And I'll go ahead and I'll post both of them in the Soulshine Tribe on Facebook. And if you want to see the contrast and be reminded, feel the certainty of what I'm holding, of what I'm sharing with you, you can look at those pictures and be reminded that's how fast the mist clears. And what's waiting, what's coming, what's being created. Life in Technicolor, as the Coldplay song would say. It's life in Technicolor. Thank you for tuning in to today's vibration. Let's take this message of pure love out into all of our communities and continue expanding love here on Gaia. So much love from my heart to yours.